Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. I just pulled up to Tolliver's here on the square in Manchester, and I want to test out the trigger weight. They've got this thing in there. Somebody traded it in somewhere along the way. Lightest trigger on a 22, probably the lightest trigger I've ever felt on anything, period. Maybe rivaling my 220 Swift, but I think it's like some kind of crazy Olympic rig that you'd use in competition. But I brought my trigger gauge. I may need to pick this thing up. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys think I should pick it up and we should do some testing and some filming with it. But insanely light competition trigger on this thing. Let's run in here and check it out. I got my trigger gauge. Down here on the square, that's the best spot to be. .8 ounces. .5. I think I touched it after it broke. All right, so I did a little bit of research. I shaved my beard since the beginning of this video, but that Walther GX1 they got down there at Tolliver's, I did a little more research. So Walther, it's made in Germany. Actually, very few have ever been imported into the US. So that thing is even more rare and more special than I thought it was. They were made in the 1980s, early 1980s. That trigger is adjustable. It was breaking consistently at 2 ounces and 3 ounces. That's ridiculous. You can also change the angle of the trigger. So instead of it just being straight back, you can have the trigger pivoted, which is cool. I don't know how good you could see it in the video, but you can thumb hole it like this, or you can thumb hole with your thumb straight up. Pretty wild. But a Walther GX1 has actually won gold medal several times in the Olympics. That's what I found just reading on it later on today. So how cool is that? So I told the guys there at the shop, I said, you know what would be crazy is if I bought that thing and then I threaded it. That would get a bunch of people's feathers up in the world, wouldn't it? But super cool. Do I need to add that to the collection? That's not some cheapo Savage Ruger couple $100 rimfire rig. That's a super rare, super nice Walther Olympic competition rig. It does have a dovetail on top, so you could put whatever kind of optic you could want to put on it. I honestly don't know the Olympic rules. A lot of those Olympics competitions are goofy with open sights and small power fixed optics. A lot of the stuff I've seen in the Olympics is just peep sights, which that don't really float my boat. But what could be kind of crazy, like I said, if we threaded that barrel, which, oh man, y'all would probably unsubscribe if I did that. A bunch of y'all would. Or put some big old Mondo scope on it, like 35 zoomies or something. But yeah, heavy barrel. What I was reading, that has a 25.5-inch barrel. Pretty crazy. But I think that would be a lot of fun to ammo test that one. Go through a bunch of supersonics, a bunch of subsonics, and really do like a super focused bench rest Olympic test. If you want to win the Olympics, you better be putting them in the same hole, pretty much. But with that trigger, and it's pretty heavy, we could put weights on it too. Let me know what you think about that. Walther GX1. Have you ever heard of them? I don't know. Pretty cool. But big shout out to Tollivers. You guys know that's my spot there on the square in Manchester. You never know what you're going to find there. Like a Walther GX1. Pretty crazy. But hey, appreciate y'all. We'll see you guys on the next one. I got tons of videos on the way. I promise you, you don't want to miss. Lots of fun stuff, lots of new stuff. Appreciate y'all. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you've checked out WHOTEEWHO.com. We got a bunch of stuff going up there all the time. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you on the next one. WHOTEEWHO.
Load it up and get all the zoomies you can. 30-06, 10 mil, 50 cal. It don't make a difference, man. We like to shoot and make a little boom boom. If you like